Hello students, Jai Swaminarayan. This is Professor Urvish Mewada, HOD Electrical Department, Sri Swaminarayan Institute of Technology, Part Gandhinagar. I am the subject matter of Interconnected Power System, which is in the 7th semester electrical engineering course, and the subject code means GTU subject code of this subject is 2170901. Students, we are discussing chapter number 2, power system matrices, and in the unit number 2, this is our third lecture for the chapter number 2. So we are discussing the topic number 4 over here. So the topic number 4 is building algorithm for the ZBus formation. So let us discuss how we can build the ZBus using the transmission parameters. So for the building algorithm for the ZBus, generally obtaining a YBus and ZBus matrices, for the obtaining of the basically YBus and sorry, just a minute. Yes, uh, just a moment. Uh, this is the we are discussing the formation of the ZBus. So over here you can see that for the building of the ZBus and YBus matrices, means matrix formation involving the inversion, means conversion of the matrix in our required form. So and the multiplication of the particular matrices. So this is we can say inversion and the multiplication of the matrices for the determination or determining YBus and ZBus. This method is laborious, means it is very time consuming method, and we can say if the system having large number of buses or nth number of buses, then this method is quite complex and very time consuming. So it is possible to build the ZBus by using the algorithm that we are going to see in this theory of the topic number 4. So wherein generally symmetrically element by element is considered for addition, and we are building the complex network directly from the element parameters that are given to find out the ZBus. So this algorithm would be very convenient for say various manipulation that may be needed while the system is in operation, such as say the during the operation we have number of lines that we can add or we can remove. So for that we do not need to reconstruct the ZBus, means see we perform the addition and removal of the lines. So the and the change in the parameters. So the sparsity of the YBus, say YBus may be retained by using an efficient inversion technique, and total impedance matrix can be calculated directly from the means factorized admittance matrix. So this is the equation that we already discussed. So from this we can determine the ZBus algorithm. So why we need to ZBus, why we need to form the ZBus, because this method is very easy for the determination of the nth number of buses, because whenever we perform means whenever the system is in healthy condition, at that time we have so many changes, we do so many changes for to maintain the contingency of the transmission system. So which type of changes we made, that is we can add the any transmission line and we can remove the transmission line to maintain the generation and say demand of the consumer. So for at that time, that will become very laborious and very time consuming for the calculation using the conventional methods. So for that reason, we use ZBus for algorithm formation to solve such complex networks using ZBus algorithm, because ZBus by forming the ZBus algorithm, we can solve any complex network having nth number of buses. Means if we have a small system having small number of buses, then that is easy to calculate with the help of conventional method. But if we consider, say, a system having more than 100 buses, so that will become very complex to determine that means ZBus algorithm for the with the help of this conventional methods. So that's why we use the ZBus algorithm to determine to solve such large system using ZBus algorithm. So as we already know, let us start building the ZBus algorithm. So as we already know, Z is equal to V upon I. So here J bus is equal to this is the Y, this is the admittance bus. So Y bus into V bus, that we already derived it from the previous theory. So V bus will become Y bus inverse into J bus. Yes, so Y bus inverse is nothing but the Z bus into J bus. So this is the equation number one for our theory. So Z bus is equal to basically Y bus inverse. So if we find out the Y bus, so from the Y bus we can take the inverse of that matrix and we can form the Z bus. So equation number one can be written in the expanded form. So we have the voltages of the bus, so it is V1, V2, and say from for the nth bus it is Vn, and we have the impedances of the all the transmission lines, say Z1 to Zn for respective line combinations. So for the bus number 1, the impedance is Z11, but if the bus number 1 is connected with 2, so that will become Z12, and this is connected with the n number of lines, so that will become Zn, and the current related to this is In, and for Vn that will become Zn n into In. So this is how we can form the matrix of say voltage matrix, then the impedance matrix, and the current matrix with the help of the Z bus formation. This is equation number 2. Sorry. Now from the equation number 2, we can write that Z is equal to V upon I. So Zij is equal to Vi by Ij. So for the I means it is say number of bus of means voltage of respective buses. So if we place I is equal to I1, I2, I3, then this will become voltage of bus number 1, 2, 3, and J is the say receiving end. So I2 jth number of bus. So I1 is equal to I2 is equal to In for the series circuit, and Ij is not equal to 0. So from this this is the equation number 3, and this is the equation for the Z bus for I2 jth components. Also Zij is equal to Zji. Both the impedances are same. From the suppose we consider from the sending end to receiving end side, and from the receiving end to sending end side, both impedances will be same. So Z bus formation is symmetrical matrix because it is same from the both the side. So as per the equation number 3, if unit current is injected at bus node J, so while other buses are kept open, so this voltages yield the values of the jth column of the Z bus. So that we already seen in the previous slide. And however, no organized and computerized techniques are possible for the finding of the bus. voltage. So the techniques had utility in AC network analyzer, where the bus voltage could be read by the voltmeter. So this is the problem which is associated with the conventional method. So that's why we build the ZBus algorithm. So ZBus algorithm, let us start with the ZBus algorithm. So in this it is step by step, say, programmable technique. So step by step we will add or remove the links, and we will determine the values of the means impedances of respective lines, and that which is proceed by the branch by branch, means every branch addition of the branch and removal of the branch, we can determine the Z bus. And it has the advantage that any modification of the network generally we do during the calculation or during the operation of the transmission line, that does not require to complete the rebuilding of the Z bus, means there is no necessity to rebuild the Z bus again, means we can add and remove the lines, and we can form the Z bus from uh, the the relevant data of the previous cases. So we can form the ZBus. This is how we can form the ZBus. And consider ZBus formation. It has been generally formulated up to a certain stage, and another branch is now added. Then the ZBus old will become ZBus new. So ZB is the branch impedance. So we are traveling from Z bus old to Z bus new, and if we remove the line, then we can say that will be the modified Z bus. And if we add the line, so that it will again say that it is modified system. So here this box shows that we have the three lines, line 2, 3 and 4. See that these are the impedances which are connected in series. So this is our system, and this is the box out which we have the terminal number 1, 2 and terminal number R. So say it is the say up to the rth means rth bus, means reference bus. So here you can see this is the voltage across line 1 to reference, it is V1, and the current for line 1 is I1 and current for 2 is I2. So the current across this line 1 and this the between the reference is the number 1. Say this is the current, phase current, and means line to line current. And if we connect the ampere meter over here between 2 to R, this is 3 is nothing but the R. So this is again the current across the line, and this is the reference bus. So this is how we can measure the current and voltage across the line. So ZB generally it is the is added from a new bus to the reference bus. So say new branch is added, and the dimension of the Z bus goes up 1. So if the new branch is added, then Z bus say it is type 1 modification. So ZB is added from new bus and old bus, new bus to old bus. So new branch is added, and the dimension of the Z bus goes up by 1. So this is the type 2 modification. We are again adding the ZB. So if the ZB connects an old bus to the reference branch, means if we consider old bus and we connect with the reference branch, so new loop is formed, but the dimension of the Z bus does not changes. So this is called the type 3 modification. And if the Z bus is connected to old buses, means two old buses, the new loop is formed, but the dimension of the Z bus does not change. So this is called the type 4 modification. So again, Z bus connect two new buses, so Z bus remains unaffected in this case. So this situation can be avoided by suitable numbering of the buses, and from now onwards we will be ignored. Now onwards it will be ignored. So the notation notations that we are going to use to form the Z bus algorithm is I J is the for the old bus, and R is for the reference bus, and K is the new bus added in the system. So as we already discussed, type 1 modification. So type 1 modification is over here you can see that ZB is added from a new bus to the reference bus. So let us see the figure and the dimension and the diagram that we'll show in the next slide. So that shows the passive linear n bus network in which branch with impedance ZB is added to the new bus K, and the reference bus R. Now that will become voltage of this bus is Vk. So V is equal to Z into I. So we have added this new bus, so that's why the impedance of this bus will become Zb, and we are finding the current at this bus, it is Ik. So Z ki is equal to zik, and where I is equal to 1 to nth number of bus, and zkk is equal to zb, because we have added at that line, that's why it is zb. So over here you can see that this is the modification, type 1 modification that we done. This is line 1, this is neutral, this is ij, and this is the reference bus at which we have added this impedance zb. So the voltage across this two is Vk, and the current which is passing through this kth bus is Ik. So the Z bus new, which we can form that Z bus old, and we have added this bus means branch bus, so that is why it that will become 0 to the nth number of impedance is Zb, because we are considering the branch impedance at the kth bus, so this will become Zb. And if we consider this from 0 to Zb, so this is how we can determine the Z bus new by adding the type 1 modification in the system. Now the type 2 modification. So as we know that type 2 modification, Zb is added from new bus K. So from K, Zb is removed, and it is connected with the to the old bus J. Over here you can see that. So that will the voltage across this two will become Vk, and the voltage across jth bus and rth bus J is the V1, and with the current which is passing through this line is Ij. So over here it is the combination of these two currents, so Ik plus Ij. So this is the current which is which can be inserted in the passive linear n bus network. So this is the type 2 modification. Now in type 2 modification we can write the equation Vk. In the previous case the equation for the Vk was, see, you can see that Vk is Zb into Ik only, but here the it will become Vj, because it is added at the jth bus. So Zb into Ik plus Vj. So Zb Ik plus Zj1 means at the from the K, so that is why 1 to n. So Zj1 the current is I1, say Zj2 I2, so on Zjj, means we have added that impedance at the bus means J, so that's why it is Jj Zjj, and the current of this two is J plus K, so Ij plus K, and the for the nth number of bus that will become Zjn, because it is added at the J bus, so Zjn and into In. Now this we are rearranging the above equation, so this will become Vk is equal to Zj1 I1 plus Zj2 I2 plus Zjj Ij is equal to Zjn In and Zjj plus Zb Ik, because we are removed that impedance from K and connected to the J, so that's why this will become the final impedance of the nth number of bus. So Zjn into In plus Zjj plus Zb into Ik. So Z bus old that we have, and we have added this line at the jth bus, so impedances of this will become Z1j, Z2j, 2 Zn nj, and here for the ith bus to k for k to ith bus, so zji, then zj1, then zj2, zjn, this is nj, so this will become jn. This is the reciprocal of these two terms, and so ultimate impedance will become zjj plus zb. So this is how we can perform the type 2 modification for the formation of zbus. Now let us consider the type 3 modification. So in the type 3 modification that we already discussed, that in the type 3 modification, zb connects an old bus j to the reference bus r, as shown. We'll see this diagram in the next slide. See this case from figure of type 2 modification by connecting the k bus to the reference bus r. So by setting vk is equal to 0, so over here you can see that zb is connected across j and r. So this is the type 3 modification. So for this, the we can add the value of the current for this modification. So voltages will become v1 to vn, and from the equation that we already written in the first slide, so v into z in v is equal to v bus is equal to z bus into the I bus. So v is the v1 v2 to vn to the 0 means reference bus, and Z bus old into the modification that we did in the bus number 2. So this is the modified Z bus, and this is the currents that I1 to I1 I2 to IN to the kth bus. So this is the equation number 6. Now eliminating the value of ik in set of the equation that contains the in the matrix operation. So here we can consider vi, so it is 0. So from we are starting at the reference bus, so zj1 I1, zj2 I2, up to so on zjn in. Over here you can see that, and the last impedance that form across the j and the means nth bus, so that is z jj plus zb into ik. So let us make subject ik. So this will become 1 upon jj minus zb into zj1 I1 plus zj2 I2, and for the nth bus that will become zjn in. So this is the equation number 7. uh, Let us consider that vi for the previous equation over here. uh, we consider over vi over here, suppose, then this will become z I1 minus this is the modified means circuit by adding the branch. So the impedance is 1 upon zjj plus zb into zij into zj1. So this is for the this is nothing but the v is equal to z into I. These are the impedances that we added and in the system, means one by one. So this is the means for the branch 1. So this is the bus 1, this is the current 1 for the bus 1. Similarly we can write for the nth number of bus, so z I1 will become ZIN, because we are considering from the bus number 1 to the nth number of bus, minus 1 upon J ZJJ plus ZB, and this will become ZIZ into ZJN into IN. So this is the equation number 1 that we can form with the help of type 3 modification. Now the ZBus new is equal to ZBus old minus this is the impedance that we already considered, 1 upon ZJJ plus ZB, and the rest of the impedances are Zij to Znj, means nth number of bus. So and again ij to zji. So this is the vertical component of the bus, this is the horizontal components of the bus. So ij means 1j will become j1 and znj will become zjn. So this is the equation number 10. From the equation number 5 we can return this in the form of matrix. Now let us consider the type 4 modification. Let us consider the type 4 modification. It is ZB connects the two old buses as in the figure below. See, this is the figure. Here we consider the ZB is connected between I into J. So the currents will become IJ plus KIK because both are connected between I and J. And over here, and this will become, see, current is flowing in this direction and IK is flowing in this direction. So this is the I3 I mean sorry I3 sorry IJ minus IK over here. So for this particular branch, so let us write the equation for type 4 modification. So again ZB connects two old buses. So this were the two old buses in the figure. So this equation can be write V is equal to Z into I. So for the VI means for the nth number of bus, so VI is equal to Z ij plus I1. Similarly, up for the nth number of bus, this will become z zin into in. So this is how we can consider the current passes through this line. So over here you can see that z1 I z1 I, the currents are the addition of this means I plus ik, and at zij bus over here the current is ij minus ik. So this is how we can form the equation for v1. So this is the type 4 modification. Now the similar equations that follows for the buses. So that's why the voltage of the bus I and J are however the constraint by the equation of the award diagram. So let us again write the equation for the jth bus. So vj is equal to, generally it is z into I, so zb into ik, because we have added the old buses. So the voltage is vj to vi, so that is plus vi for this, or we can write this in the form of impedance. So z j1 to I1, k instead of k we have the 1 to n. So z j2 I2, and for the ji, it is I the currents are from j to i's current is I plus ik, and from j2 at the jth bus it is ij minus ik. So the for the nth bus it is zjn into in. So we are rearranging this equation, so that will become for the modified bus zb which is connected across the lines, that is I and j. So this will become zb into ik plus means zb2, that will become zi, so zi1 into I1 means for k 1 to n, so that is zi I. For gi to ii, that will become ii plus ik, and for jj, that is I, that will become ij, so that is ij minus ik, and for nth bus j2, and that I n2j will become zi n into in. So this by collecting this equations, say 10 and 12, we can write the new z bus. So these are the voltages and these are the current bus, but the we are added this impedance as we shown in the type 4 modification. So z bus, with the z bus we have the impedances from 1 to j. So that will become z1 1i minus z1j to z1 to n. So z, that will become zni to znj. This is the vertical components of the matrix, and now the horizontal component is z I z1i will become zi1, so zi1 minus zj1 to zin to z Jn. So after this we have the resultant impedance of the this modification is zb plus zii and plus zjj, means this is the bus which is added, and this is for the diagonal matrix ii and ij, and it is minus 2 zij. So this is how we can determine the z bus with the help of type 4 modification. Please try to understand this by keeping the diagram in front of you, and you can write this equation whenever the diagram is in front of you. So please try to form it by that way. Eliminating ik from the equation number 13 on lines, this similar to what we done in type 2 modification. So let us eliminating the kth number of line. So z bus new that is formed, that is z bus old minus 1 upon the impedances of the diagonal, means nth number of impedance of the diagonal matrix that we already seen in this over here. This is the impedance. So zb plus zia plus zjj minus 2 ziq, and this is the horizontal and vertical components that that one I z1 I2 z1j and zni to znj. So after that the components is z1 zi1 to zj1, this is the reciprocal of this two, means vice versa, and zin minus zjn. So this is how we can write the equation number 14 for the z bus formation. And with the use of the four relationships that we derived from the equation number 4, 5, 9 and 14, the bus impedance matrix can be built by a step by step process. And when the network undergoes changes, say elimination of the branches or addition of the branches, the modification procedure can be employed to revise the bus impedance matrix of the network. So we can modify this ZBus algorithm as per our requirement. Say as we add or as we remove the lines, according to the removal of the line or addition of the line, we can rearrange or reform the ZBus algorithm as per our requirement. So the opening of the line Zij is equivalent to the adding of the branch in parallel with the impedance Zij. So from this we can say, if we perform the means if we find out the ZBus algorithm for any transmission system, then it is very difficult whenever we perform the addition and the removal of the lines. So at that times such type of procedure will become very convenient whenever we remove or add the lines. So we do not need to recalculate the whole recalculate the data for the whole setup. Just we can modify our system matrix as per the removal and addition of the branch, and we can form the ZBus, say ZBus new to ZBus old or ZBus old to ZBus new. So this is how we can perform the ZBus algorithm. Please go through it carefully by putting the exact diagram in front of you while you write the equations related to the modifications. Now after this topic we have one assignment questions, that is explain the formation of ZBus algorithm with suitable expression. This is only the assignment question, so there is no means a worksheet question in this. So related instructions which are related to the assignment questions are written below this assignment question. Please read it carefully. You can take the snap of this. If you have any query and doubt related to this topic, so we can solve this in our doubt solving session, or also you can call me to solve your doubts and queries related to this topic. So thank you student, thank you very much. Jai Swami Narayan.